Hello everyone! A little warning in advance. In this video I am going to talk about the Emerald Nightmare raid and I'm going to speculate a little bit about the lore. That means that there might be spoilers ahead, so if you don't want any spoilers, please turn off the video right now. For those that are sticking around, during the Emerald Nightmare raid, a couple of cryptic whispers are given hinting at things that might be waiting for us in the future. At first, I wasn't going to make a video about it because there isn't that much solid information to go with, but since so many people requested it, here it is. Please keep in mind that when we're talking about this, all of this is just speculation and nothing is really set in stone. Now the thing that's whispering at us is called Yogg-saron, Heart of Corruption. Lodged in the hollows of a now decrepit world tree, Yogg-saron is a manifestation of the horrors that lie at the heart of the nightmare. It is a mass of corruption, a thing that should not be. Its tendrils seep through the grounds, emerging in countless horrifying eye stalks and limbs. So this thing comes from the old gods, so the source of information is corrupted to begin with, but that doesn't mean that it's all lies. Just look at the visions shown within Yogg-saron, the creation of the demon soul, Garona murdering King Lane, and then of course the Lich King torturing Bolvar. So what does Yogg-saron whisper to us? Several things, and some are easier to decipher while others not so much.
The boy king serves at the master's table. 3 lies will he offer you.
The Boy King seems to be referring to Anduin Wrynn, and the master to Yogg-saron would be the old god, specifically N'Zoth. So apparently, according to this corruption, Anduin serves at N'Zoth's table and will tell 3 lies. Now I tried to figure out if any lies could have been told already, but so far Anduin hasn't really said much. He told Jaina that Velen was right, and we should not hold on to our hatreds towards the Horde and instead focus on the Legion, and he was the one who sent Alliance players on their way into Stormheim. Perhaps deep down, Anduin burns with hatred and wants to murder everyone on the planet? Doesn't seem to fit his character, so these lies might be something for the future.
The King of Diamonds has been made a pawn.
The King of Diamonds seemed to be straightforward, Magni Bronzebeard, who tried to use an ancient Titan ritual to communicate with the land, and instead of just communicating, he became one with the land. In Legion, he finally made a return, still in his crystal form, and he was the one who informed us about the Pillars of Creation. According to him, it was the spirit of the Titan, she who slumbers within Azeroth, that informed him about this, and getting the Pillars is the only way to seal the Legion's gateway to Azeroth and save her.
5 keys to open our way. 5 torches to light our path.
5 Pillars of Creation are required to seal the rift at the tomb of Sargeras. Magni Bronzebeard has apparently been turned into a pawn, but is it a pawn of the spirit of the Titan, or is he a pawn of the old gods now? He became one with the land for a very, very long time.
From the earth, he draws strength. Our earth, our strength.
So it seems that by trying to stop this Legion invasion, we're actually opening the way of another threat. The old gods are imprisoned beneath the world, and we're the ones gathering the keys to open their way.
The Lord of Ravens will turn the key.
Some mentioned that this could be Odin, but he's still trapped within the Halls of Valor. Now that might change, but bringing in Odin to use the Pillars of Creation seems a bit odd. Others connected to Lord Ravencrest, but he's just a ghost, while Khadgar, he also has a connection to ravens. He will most likely be the one to try and use the pillars to seal the rift at the Tomb of Sargeras, so he will most likely be the one to turn the key. So the question is, why would the spirit of a Titan set us on the path of releasing the old gods?
Her heart is a crater, and we have filled it.
Many connected this to Jaina Proudmoore and the crater formerly known as Furthermore. Now I personally feel like this is indeed the most logical reasoning, but at the same time I would hate to see them use Jaina and turn her to the corrupted by old god story. Another possibility for the her in this whisper is the spirit of the Titan. When Y'Shaarj was ripped out of the planet, a massive wound was left behind. The Well of Eternity was created to contain the wound, and during the War of the Ancients trilogy book, we could read about Nosdormu exploring the depths of the well, resulting in him having to fight for his life, since the old gods were not friendly. At the end of the war, the Well of Eternity imploded, the land of Kalimdor split apart, and we were left with the Maelstrom. Perhaps this is the crater that they're talking about, perhaps this was their access point into the spirit, into her heart. The Titan spirit under the influence of the old gods, perhaps, who knows.
At the hour of her 3rd death, she ushers in our coming.
Now the first thing that comes to mind when hearing this was Sylvanas Windrunner. She died once when struck down by Arthas and then brought back as a banshee, a second time when she threw herself from the top of Icecrown, and after that moment she gained the aid of the Valkyr. Technically speaking, she did die a third time by the hands of Lord Godfrey, but by that time she already had the Valkyr to bring her back. Will the moment come where Sylvanas actually runs out of Valkyr and truly dies a third time? The Legion website did describe her having to make a choice between Oblivion and her people. She's now the war chief, so her people are no longer just the Forsaken. So the question is the Banshee going to go out with a sacrifice? And will that sacrifice mean the Old Gods return? Time will tell, and honestly, I can't think of any other female character that has died twice before and is ready to kick the bucket for a third time. But perhaps you know someone that I couldn't think of.
I journey to Nyalothar.
Ah, good old Nyalothar. So happy to see you make a return. It's not like the puzzle box of Yogg-saron has already made enough victims. Now for those that are hearing about this for the first time, Nyalothar is something mentioned by an item that you can get with archaeology called the puzzle box of Yogg-saron. Using the item will let you hear a whisper, and a whole bunch of people have tried to figure out if you could do more with it, perhaps actually open it. From the box itself, we learned that Nyalothar is a city of old, terrible, unnumbered crimes. In the land of Nyalothar, there is only sleep. In the sleeping city of Nyalothar walk only mad things. Now we can add that this being, this corruption within the Emerald Nightmare, upon being expelled, now journeys to Nyalothar. And then there's the old god Y'Shaarj.
You will rest in Nyalothar.
So we can be pretty certain that Nyalothar is connected to the old gods, and it might also give the reason to another whisper.
To find him, drown yourself in the circle of stars.
For the longest time, people have been connecting the puzzle box of Yogg-saron to something beneath the water, since it also mentions that the fish know all the secrets, they know the cold, they know the dark, and at the bottom of the ocean, even light must die. In the sunken city, he lays dreaming, and the stars sweep chill currents that make men shiver in the dark. Now I have no idea where in-game you could drown yourself in a circle of stars. Some have connected this to the Nighthold raid, where there is an Astromancer fight, but I personally feel like it's hinting at something to come. Nyalothar could make for a very interesting raid if all of these whispers are truly hinting at the coming of the old gods, or perhaps just the coming of N'Zoth. Then having the city of Nyalothar makes a lot of sense, and considering all these creepy whispers, I think could be really cool. And that's what I personally think is the message behind these whispers. Yes, the Legion is a big threat, but there's more out there in the form of the Void Lords, while Azeroth itself also has corruption to deal with. This might also give an explanation as to why the Old Gods seem to be working with the Legion. From the Chronicles, it's pretty clear that Sargeras could wipe out the Old Gods in an instant if he shows up, but perhaps that's never been their goal. Perhaps they counted on the children of the Titans, corrupted by the curse of flesh, to fall for their schemes and collect the pillars of creation. Pillars once used to help shape the planet, pillars powerful enough to seal the rift at the Tomb of Sargeras, pillars capable of releasing them from their prison. Can you imagine playing on Azeroth during the Black Empire days, everything corrupted and tainted, whispers assaulting your mind, Kafraxi and Akir and all kinds of beings, Nyalothar and a whole messed up reality to explore, while also exploring islands like Haltaras and Tel Abim and the other side of Azeroth. Like I said at the start, this is pure speculation. For all I know, we'll never see this come to be, or perhaps it's going to take place in Legion itself. I have no idea, but it's always fun to speculate. Let me know what you think of the whispers. I'm sure that together we can come up with some great things. And with that, I'm going to end this video. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Subscribe if you like my videos. Leave a like if you enjoyed this one. And until next time, guys. See ya!